Hello dear students, we are going to learn a topic today, phylum Echinodermata under chapter 4 Animal Kingdom. Students, in previous classes you already learned about different phylums of non-chordate. Especially non-chordates have many phylums. In non-chordates animals are grouped into the many categories, that is different phylums, in which one of the important phylum and last phylum is Echinodermata. Echinodermata is made up of two Greek word. It is of echinus and second word is echinus. Echinus means spiny and derma, it means skinned. Spiny skinned body containing animals. This is called echinodermates. In echinodermates, about 6,000 species from this phylum is reported. And one of the important about that, all animals belong in this phylum are called marines. Especially they are found inside the marine habitat, especially in salty water. Students, the member of echinodermates having some resemblance with chordate. What character they have? They have radial cleavage, that is a characteristic feature found inside this radial cleavage that make them similar to the chordate. What is a radial cleavage? When I was discuss about the life history of any member of chordate, then I will discuss there what is a radial cleavage. And second important chordate like feature that present in case of echinodermates are blastopore forming anus. This is one of the important feature of the echinodermates who show resemblance with chordate. Students, what is the salient feature of different, what is a characteristic feature? You can say what is a salient feature of the phylum? First of all, as like all invertebrates, the member of this phylum are having all in marine habitat. This is suppose this is the first character. Second character we consider in this phylums are, this is a spiny skinned body. This is a triploblastic animal, coelomate, radially symmetry in case of adult, and some of the non-adult or larval members especially shows bilateral symmetry found in case of larval member. This is a bilateral symmetry. It is present in case of juvenile or larval phase of the echinodermates. Body is also unsegmented, but some case body is form star shaped structures. What they form? Star shaped structure, like some common animals, that is called echinodermates. You know, this is a radial symmetry where at any plane body shows symmetry. You already know, student, in previous classes I already discussed about the different type of symmetry that present in case of different phylum of the non-chordates, what symmetry they have, how the bilateral symmetry is differ from the radial symmetry. Now this is a body, especially the starfish body is the dorsiventrally flattened, found in the marine water ecosystem. You can see in as a specimen in your biology laboratory. Now students, this is a dorsiventrally flattened body. Suppose this is a back of this body is called dorsal surface, and this is a lower surface is called ventral surface. Especially the body is a dorsiventrally flattened. Just wait a second, student. Body in echinodermates not only star shape, the shape of the body is also like a rod shape, circular, and sometimes and it is also star shape. Body shape generally in echinodermates may vary. If the star shape body, they show radial symmetry. If the rod shape or circular, sometimes they show bilateral type of symmetry that present in that these animals. Students, now let us discuss the structure of the body of starfish. This is a starfish. Starfish is also known as asterias. This is a starfish. This is a ventral side. You know, the starfish have been dorsiventrally flattened. The ventral side that present toward the soil regions. If echinodermates, if the asterias is going to move, they especially the ventral side having some tubefits like structure that present toward the soil region, especially on the they are moving on the bottom of sea. In that case, this is a different ambulacral grooves that present in the case of this is a ambulacral groove, and each ambulacral groove having wetting cilia, and this cilia that present inside the groove, and they present in the form of notches where the some food material moving into that, and by action of these cilia like structures, the food moving up to the mouth region. This is a mouth that present ventrally, mouth region, and this mouth help in the intake of food and outtake of food through the anus that present on the dorsal region of the body surface. Especially due to dorsiventrally flattened body, the alimentary canal not too long, it is a short length, especially in case of starfish. This is the ambulacral groove that are found in case of starfish. This is the ambulacral groove, and this is the mouth. And one of the important feature in this phylum is the presence of water vascular system. What they have? Water vascular system, and water vascular system is one of the important feature of the echinodermate. In this systems, the water is filled inside the body of the echinodermates, and what they perform functions? They perform many functions. The water vascular system help in echinodermates by many way, especially it help in the locomotions. Similarly, it also perform the capture of food. It help in the capture of food. Basically, it also perform respiration. It help in the breathing or respirations also, because they form a special structure called tube fit, and tube fit having thin skinned, and especially it help in the diffusion of the CO2 and CO2 between the body as well as in the surrounding environment. It also help in the transport of food also. Means water vascular system help in the echinodermates many way. How they perform locomotion? If the water is filled inside the body, then the some tube fit like structures emerge out. Tube fit like structures emerge out from the body, and that tube fit like structures help in the locomotion. Help in the locomotion in case of echino that are present in all arms. Okay, and this is a tube fit. Tube fit especially help in the locomotion. Okay, now how tube fit form? If the water filled inside the body, the tube fit present on the ventral side that emerge out from the body and help in the locomotion one by one. Second thing, you understand locomotion. Second thing is a respiration. How they perform respiration? Because tube fit is the internal structure that comes outside by filling of water inside the body. That's why tube fit having a single layer thick. Single layer thick. That's why this help in the exchange of gases between surrounding water and in the body. That as a result help in the formation of respiration. Help in the respiration process. Second thing is it help in the capture of food. How they help? Because it intake water and many type of microorganism in smaller planktons and zooplanktons that enter in the body and especially help in the intake of food. This is one of the important capture of the food as well as transport of the food. Water vascular systems help in the transport of food from one body part to the other body parts. So this one is a work, they perform work like as our circulatory systems, especially circulatory system inside the body. And what system not found inside the echinodermate? You can say many system that are not present, like excretory system are not found. No excretion कह सकते हैं यहाँ पे, no excretion here, no excretion, no special respiratory system. No special respiratory system present in the case of echinodermate. No circulation. What in place of circulation? In place of circulatory systems. In place of circulatory system, water vascular system work inside the body of the locomotion generally performed by tube fit. Locomotion by tube fit. This is a locomotory organ of the echinodermate. And fourth one is next one is absence of special excretory organ. No excretion. Excretion already written here. So this one is a different parts that are not found. You can say that the nervous system in the form of central nerve cord are found. Nervous system are found. You can say it is present in the form of central nerve cord. This is the structures that are present. That are not found in case of. That are not found above 3 and locomotion are present in the case of echinodermate by the tube fit. So this one is a different parts that are characteristic of the echinodermate. The next one is if we talking about we'll study this, we find some some special type of developmental process in these cases. As like all phylum, this also shows dioecious conditions, especially the sexes are separate. Sometime the direct development and sometime indirect development. If indirect development, then it shows larval stage. And larva, what type of larva? It is larva shows in case of echinodermates are pelagic forms. Okay, pelagic form of larva found present in this case. Okay, now is any members? What is the example of this phylum? Especially Asterias. Asterias is a very common example. It is also called starfish. Most of the students know about this, and I think if at 10th standard if you visit if you already visit the biology laboratory, then you can see there. Okay, you already, I think you have seen there also. Now Asterias, it is called, this one is a mistake, Asterias, it is called starfish, sea urchin, sea cucumber. This is the different members that are found inside the sea urchin. Scientifically it is called as Echinus. Sea urchin, it is a generic name Echinus, and so sea cucumber, it is also called Holothuria. Many other members are present in this case. Now students, what are the classification and how the echinodermates are classified into the different classes? Echinodermates basically classified into the 5 classes. First is I think I am not going to discuss detail of all classes because it is not part of NCERT of class 11th. You can learn with the help of side book this. Now, first class is Asteroidea. Second is Echinoidea. This is a DIA, Echinoidea. Third is a Crinoidea, Ophiuroidea, and next class of this phylum is a Holothuroidea. Holothuria is the member, Asterias is the member, Holothuroidea. This is a different class of the phylum Echinodermata. And what is the basic difference between each and every phylum? I think I am not going to discuss, but generally shape, this is a star shaped body, generally Asteroidea. This is a Echinoidea, especially having globular body that are present in case of Echinoidea. And third is the star shape, as well as it is attached, star shaped body, and the body is attached to the a point, you can say sedentary fixed type body, Crinoidea. And fourth is here Ophiuroidea is also star shaped body, and it is also a Holothuroidea, especially in case of present as a rod shaped body, elongated body, generally in Holothuroidea, elongated body. I think I am not going to discuss here more detail about the different class of the echinodermate students, but this is a very important topic, and you can learn echinodermates about water vascular system. This is asked many times, and this is a very important for you. I think it must be remembered by you students. It is asking many examinations as well as in board and in school examinations also. Now, the examples here, starfish, sea urchin, here starfish, and here Echinoidea is example is a sea urchin. Here feather star, here brittle star, many member from here Holothuria. This is the different members that are present in the different class of the echinodermates. Now, next after the phylum Echinodermata, the next phylum that are you cannot say this is a non-chordate, but some having characters like chordates also present in them. The next phylum of the animal kingdom is Hemichordata. Hemichordata. Name indicate that hemi means half. Hemi means half and chordata means chordate like structures. Means half of the body is having chordate like structures. It is called hemichordate. What chordate like structures present in the hemichordates? Here the pharyngeal gill slits, presence of pharyngeal gill slits in this member is indicate the chordate like structures, but absence of other like what this is a present and what is absent like notochord, as well as nerve cord. These all structures that are absent in the hemichordates, so it is a work as a non-chordates especially. What is a hemichordate? Means half character like chordate and half character like non-chordate. It is considered as a hemichordates. Clear? Now let us discuss the salient feature of this phylum. Salient feature. One of the first famous member from this phylum is Balanoglossus. What is the structure of Balanoglossus? Balanoglossus. This is a member Balanoglossus. And is a different part of the Balanoglossus is this is a proboscis, anterior region basically. This is a collar. This is a trunk region. And at last here some anal pores are present. This is a different part of the Balanoglossus. This is the very important and famous member, not more member belong into the hemichordate. Balanoglossus, Psychoglossus, this is a common member of the hemichordata. What is the salient features? The first feature, they are more resemblance with non-chordate, especially this member having more resemblance with the non-chordate. Here you can say that due to presence of a pharyngeal gill slits, it is a, you can say it is a link between the non-chordate as well as chordate. So it is named as hemichordates, especially named as a hemichordates. Body is unsegmented. Body generally unsegmented, but look like worm. Unsegmented worm-like body. It is called, especially the you can see the structure of Balanoglossus, and Balanoglossus generally have worm-like body. The third segment, it shows bilaterally symmetry, as like all bilaterally triploblastic and coelomate condition. Echinodermates are also a coelomate condition. Triploblastic and coelomate conditions observed in this case. Means bilaterally triploblastic and coelomate conditions generally observed in the hemichordates or member of hemichordates. Third is body is divisible into proboscis, collar as well as in trunk. Proboscis, collar as well as trunk. Digestive system is complete digestive system. You can see the mouth like portion anterior and anal like portion at the tail region of the body. The buccal diverticulum are also found, which is the anterior part of the alimentary canal. Buccal diverticulum in case of diverticulum found in case of hemichordates. Okay. Now what is a circulatory? Basically here circulatory system is open type. Open circulation is generally open circulation. And the next characteristic of this phylum, you can say it is a excretory organ, especially present in the form of proboscis gland. Proboscis gland work as a excretory organ. Proboscis gland. This is the proboscis gland is a behave as a not proboscis. It is a proboscis gland that are found inside the body. And what is the exact location? I am not going to discuss internal features. The proboscis gland is the work as a excretory organ in this case. Okay. The next phylum, it is having paired pharyngeal gill slits. It is a feature of chordates. This is found in case of hemichordates, and many characters that resembles with the non-chordates, like they are exclusively marine and respiration takes place by gill, and this is also exclusively marine animal. This is also totally found inside the marine habitat. Clear, students? These all are found inside the marine water. Now sexes are separate. Sexes are separate. Fertilization external, and the development generally observed in this case is called indirect development. So this one is a different two different phylums. First phylum was the phylum Echinodermata and second was the phylum Hemichordata. What is the difference between these two phylums? How hemichordate is called non-chordates especially, and what they show character like chordates. In next class I will discuss about the what is the difference between chordate and non-chordates, what character present in case of chordates animal and what character present in case of non-chordate animal. After then one by one we learn about the different phylums and classes of the chordata. Now I am going to over the class. Thank you, students.